We're going to take a look at how to set up the Skyline Mirage pop-up. Your pop-up comes in two transporters which are sealed with a latch. Once the latch is opened, you'll reveal two slightly different contents. One has an A core which is labeled with the letter A and houses the frame. The second is labeled with a B and houses the channels and lights. When you remove the core from the transporter, you will notice that you have panels coiled up around the outside of the case. These need to be removed, but not quite yet. First of all, you're going to locate your frame, which is inside the A core. Remove the frame from the A core and the plastic bag, and store the plastic bag because it is going to prolong the life of your frame. You're going to lay the frame on the floor with the yellow line in front of you. To expand the frame, take hold of one of the fiberglass rods and start to lift. When the frame starts to expand, work down the frame until you've got hold of one of the center connectors and connect it to the back of the frame. Once that connector is connected, you can then work along at the same level, connecting the rest of the connectors on that level. After you have the middle row done, work down and then finally to the top of the frame. If you're not tall enough to reach the top of the frame, you can walk the frame forward, connect, and then walk it backwards. Once you have your frame expanded and connected, you're going to locate the channels. These are housed in the B core, which is inside the second transporter. Pull my channel out and then separate the three channels which are hooked together with bands to make installation easier. The top end of the channel is marked by a light clip. We want to install this from the top of the frame. Small hole on the back of the channel is going to go over the pin on the top hub, and the bottom of the channel is going to force over the pin on the lower hub. The second channel is going to force over the top of the first channel and onto the pin. Then we clip the bottom on, same as we did for the top channel. The third channel installs just as easily by pushing the top of the channel over the pin and then clipping it onto the bottom pin. When you have all your channels installed, both on the front and on the back at each end, you're going to go back to your transporters and you're going to locate the panels. The panels are coiled up inside the outer edge of the transporter, so you're going to roll them up just a little, enough to be able to pull them out of the transporter. The panels have two trim strips on them, one at the top and another at the bottom of the panel. The top can be identified by noting that the trim strip has notches in it. You're going to want a panel about 20 inches down from that notch, and you want to flip the panel up and towards you so that you can hold it and reach the top of the frame. I'm going to take my first notch and hook it over the pin on one channel, then move to the next channel and hook the notch over the pin. I don't have the magnet attached yet. Now I'm going to let my panel fall against the frame, and the self-aligning magnet will hold the panel where it needs to be. Once you have your front panels installed, you're going to move to the end panels. End panels have the similar trim strips to the front panels, the top one being notched. First of all, we're going to locate the pin on the end channel, and we're going to take our notch and place it over that pin. Notice that I do not have the panel against the magnet yet. I'm going to do the same thing on the back until both notches are over the pins. Now I'm going to slide my hands as high as I can on the panel and allow the top magnet to come into contact with the frame, and do the same thing on the back. Now I have above my hands the frame and the magnet on the panel are both in contact. I'm going to keep my hands against the panel on both sides as I slide down, keeping pressure on the panel and allowing the self-aligning magnet to do its work. At no point should you let your hands come away from the panel, otherwise the magnet's just going to come separated again. Once you get to the bottom and the magnet clicks into place, your panel is installed.